everyone, and welcome to my channel, Cooking for the Family. I'm Dyvonne, and today I'm going to share with y'all how I make my roast beef sliders. I'm also going to share with you how to make a really quick garlic aioli as well. These are the ingredients that I'm going to be using. I'm going to share with you and show you how I put mine together. You ready? Let's get started. First, I go ahead and I mince up my garlic. I'm going to be mincing 2 cloves of garlic, but I'm going to put each clove of garlic in separate bowls. The first clove of garlic, this is going to be for our nice butter sauce that we're going to put on top of our rolls, and then the second clove of garlic is going to be for our garlic aioli. And my garlic butter sauce is very easy. It's the 1 clove of minced garlic and then 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I'm going to go ahead and I'm microwaving that, and while my butter, it only takes a few seconds for the butter to melt, and while those flavors are hanging out together, I chop up my parsley, and I'm using the Italian flat leaf parsley, and I just go ahead and give it a nice chop. If you don't have any fresh parsley, you can use dried parsley, and you would need 1 teaspoon. Now with the fresh parsley, I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of fresh parsley. So in my bowl, I have the melted unsalted butter, that was 2 tablespoons, 1 clove of minced garlic, and 1 tablespoon of the nice fresh parsley I chopped up. Then to my other bowl, the other bowl that I had the other 1 clove of garlic that I minced, I went on and I added in a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise, and then to that I'm also going to add a couple of pinches of kosher salt, and this is about just about 1/8 of a teaspoon, and you're going to do this to your taste. I like about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Then I added in some nice fresh lemon juice, and that was a 1/2 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice, and then I go ahead and I mix those together. So I have my 1/2 cup of mayonnaise that I put in there. I also put in the 1 minced garlic. I had in a couple of pinches of kosher salt. You can also use table salt as well, just a little bit. And then I also added in a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon juice, and I also added in 1 tablespoon of fresh parsley. And again, if you don't have fresh parsley, you can use 1 teaspoon of dried parsley. And I'll have that information as well as a list of ingredients for you for your reference in the description box below. Now once I have my mayonnaise and my lemon juice are well incorporated together, I'm going to take our garlic aioli, put it in the refrigerator, and let it chill while we go ahead and get together our sliders. Now for my sliders, I'm using these bakery rolls. You can use the bakery rolls, the same kind that I'm using. You can use the slider buns, the little miniature hamburger buns. You can use Hawaiian rolls. It just kind of depends on, what you can find in the store and what your preference is. And so I go ahead, I'm going to slice these. You want to use a serrated knife like I'm using. This is my bread knife, and you're just going to take your time because the bread can sometimes not cooperate, and so you just kind of want to take your time. So I slice them in half, and then I go ahead and I divide them in half like this. Then I'm using my 13x9 casserole dish, and in my casserole dish I've lightly sprayed it. I like to lightly spray it, so I've lightly sprayed it with some nonstick spray. I'm going to put the bottom half down first, and then I'm going to be using my roast beef lunch meat. Now this is a 14-ounce package that I'm using, and 14 ounces is just shy of 1 pound, because 16 ounces is going to be a pound, and this is a 14-ounce pack. So you want to have around 14 ounces up to about a pound, which is going to be 16 ounces. Then I just go ahead and I layer it just like that in nice layers, and try to be as even as possible, so that way you don't have more roast beef on one side than you do on the other. And you can always double this recipe and make 2 pans if you like. Next, I'm going to use some medium cheddar cheese, and I like to use the medium white cheddar cheese, and I'm going to layer this, and we're going to overlap. When we do our layers, just like the roast beef, you want to overlap your cheese as well. Now likewise, if you want to make 2 pans, you can always do the second pan and use the same method. If you wanted to make ham and cheese sliders or turkey and cheese sliders, you can definitely do that as well. So once I've layered my cheddar cheese on top, then I put the top bun on, and then while I'm doing this, I have my oven is preheating on 350 degrees. So I make sure that the buns are nice and even on, and then that nice sauce that we had made with the butter, the garlic, and the fresh parsley, I go ahead and I use my little brush and I'm brushing this all over the top. And the reason why you want to brush this butter on top is this is going to help your sliders, the top, not to get too hard and crusty and not to dry out. So you want to use all of your butter and just evenly all over, just like this, just like I'm doing. And so, and if you find that you need a little bit more butter, you can always melt another tablespoon if you need be. And so this is how our sliders are looking. Then I'm going to cover it with some foil. I'm going to put this in the oven at 350, and we're going to let them go ahead and bake at 350 for about 15 to 20 minutes, or until our sliders are warmed through and our cheese is nice and melty. So it's been 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take the foil off, and I did check them earlier. I checked them at 15 minutes to see how they're doing. My cheese was not quite as melted as I wanted it, so I went on and I covered it and let it melt. So it's looking really good. It's looking great. And so what I'm doing now is I'm going to put them back in the oven with the foil off for just 5 more minutes. I like mine to be slightly brown around the sides, just slightly brown around the sides. And so I found that I can just put them back in the oven for about 5 minutes, and you see how it just kind of gets that nice, like really pretty brown color around the sides with the cheese as well as with the meat. Well, I'm going to go ahead and cut into these. I'm going to give y'all the first bite. I have our garlic aioli that I took out of the refrigerator. And with the garlic aioli, that's something that I like to use. But if you like horseradish, like a horseradish spread, you can get that. If you like to have mustard, it just kind of depends with the condiments, whatever that you like to get. Well, this right here is our slider. I'm going to put some of my garlic aioli right here on top, and then you can always spread it on. I keep it on the side, and I just like to dip mine. And this first bite right here, this bite is for you. Go ahead and take your bite. Now I'm going to take my bite and see how we did. Family, these have come out so good. Oh my goodness. You know what? These sliders, they do not disappoint. Well, I hope you give this recipe a try. We have 4th of July coming up, summertime picnics and barbecues, and this is definitely a must-have on that table. And if you are looking for a dessert to share at your barbecue or picnic, I'll put a link to my punch bowl cake at the end of this video. Well, that is it for me today. If you're not subscribed, I invite you to hit that subscribe button. It's free. If you like this video, don't forget to show us some love. Give it a thumbs up and click share, and share this video with a friend or family. And remember, it's always good when Dyvonne is cooking for the family. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.